Hey guys, it's Trinity Volk here, and it's about time. I'm long overdue for making this video and talking about this fucking disgrace of a character. But I just played my good friend M2 Dave, who's picked up Havik Striker, and it very quickly into the set we were playing reminded me of one of the reasons why I don't really like to play this game anymore. And one of the big ones is this character right here. And I think he's very emblematic of the negatives of MK1. If there's any character that shows off everything that is wrong with this game from a gameplay standpoint, it's 100% Havik. And even if you take him out of the context of MK1, I think he is one of the worst designed top tiers that they've ever made. Ever made, period. Like, this character to me is just, he's like ugly in the worst ways. He's so hideous. And I want to talk about it because I think he harms the game overall. I think he makes the game worse by being in it. So let's talk about what is Havik exactly. So when the game came out, Havik was obviously designed as this kind of I would say he was like a space control zoner kind of character. And then he had, we all know, the EX roll grab, which tethers the opponent to you, and then you can do an unblockable neck snap for a scale combo, right? And there's the neck snap buff and other stuff, but mostly he had the unblockable tether, and that kind of complemented his space control, right? You not only had to deal with the zoning and his big limbs, but you also had to deal with, he had a potentially reactable, right? It wasn't like he was guaranteed to get it on you or something. There was a risk associated, but he had this unblockable tether to help accentuate his zoning and space control. So he lived with that for the longest time, and you guys remember everyone who played this character complained about how shit he was, how he had nothing good, he had no damage, he had no buttons, he had no anything, right? Havik players are legit war criminals when it comes to downplay. Like, there needs to be a tribunal held for Havik players and the way that they criminally downplay this character. It's actually crazy. Um, because what Havik did was he did big mids that are unfootseeable. I swear, like his buttons are unable to be worked around into plus frames. Right, he's plus off of everything. So he bullies you with constant plus on block pushback situations that he can just loop back to back, back to back. It's very hard to counter him, where you have to do very specific things against them. And if he hits you, he hits like a truck. And if he doesn't hit you, well, like I said, you're stuck in like a precarious situation. He also has, in my opinion, the two best fireballs in the entire game. He basically has Fireball Drive Rush from Street Fighter 6, except he gets it for free, on top of a slower Fireball that is 100% homing. It's like an Injustice kind of projectile, I would say. It's close. Um, but we'll get into that too. So the thing is, the way he worked before was, I always thought he was good when the game came out. But obviously, it was hard to say who was good and who was not, because we were dealing with the Cyrax meta when the game came out, right? So, yeah, there was that, right? The awful launch of the game. And so there are things that went under the radar. Havik is one of those things that went under the radar. Well, people started to get more and more results with him after the Cyrax meta was nerfed, and we started in the Striker meta, the original Striker meta. And that's when people started to really pick up on, oh, hey, this character is like, you can play it basically like a moving wall, right? You can lane people out very easily with him, and you can also, get damage in force situations without even needing a 50-50 if you need to, right? Um, because his shimmy game is also impeccable in this game. We'll talk about that too. Havik's ability to shimmy you in this game is unparalleled, I think. I think he is the best shimmy game in this whole game too. So I never had a complaint about his design before. I didn't mind it. I thought he was a pretty fair, pretty well-designed character, the way that they had obviously envisioned him. Now, I know that there were some bugs with strings and things like that. They fixed that, obviously, right? So, like, I'll give the Havik players that, yes, his strings should not have been, like, interruptible when they shouldn't have been and things like that. I get that. And they fixed that stuff. So, we get to today. So, when Chaos Reigns came out, I guess, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. They buffed the fuck out of this character. Absolutely buffed him into godhood. They, let's go over this. So, what did they do? So, they gave him a new move, down back to the arm sweep. This is a mirrorless low launcher that is, let's see, 17 frames, so unreactable. Hits hella far away. Like, if you want to be honest, this is a launching sweep, essentially. It really is. It's a launching sweep. Now, it is punishable on block. Minus 17. So most characters that can get a punish, you can't really space this out to be safe. But still, with his... This is a character that makes you have to walk back a lot to get out of his best situations. And now he has this long-range low that scoops you for trying to walk back. And he gets huge damage off it. This launcher has no scaling at all. At least in my opinion. It has no scaling whatsoever. After that, they also gave him... Let's see what the move is. Yeah, down back 4 in the air, which is a launching dive kick. Now, it doesn't start combos normally. You have to spend a bar, so thank fuck for that at least. But this is a true unreactable 50-50 they gave this character off the rip. For starters, okay? And let's see. Now, if you do true instant air dive kick, it's 15 frames, dude. 15 frames. And look at the range on this, right? All I have to do is take a micro step. Literally what I'm doing here with the down back 2 is I'm going forward, down back 2 is one motion and doing a half circle back. And I can hit from round start. And then if I do neutral jump into instant dive kick or forward, it hits, right? So he has round start distance, unreactable, potentially comboing 50-50. That's just for starters, okay? As far as what he got when the patch dropped, right? Now, he did get some buffs to the tether situation, which thankfully they undid that, thank fuck. He used to be able to tether you and completely ignore the scaling on it. They changed the buff in such a way that he was able to make it have no scaling whatsoever, and your first button was as if you would just hit someone raw neutral or something. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So they took that out, but he does still have the tether, right? So you have a character that's got, like, god tier zoning, god tier huge buttons, right? We'll talk about down 4 in a minute too. I hate this button right here. He's got god tier normals, has some of the most oppressive zoning in the game, in my opinion. Like, I don't know how anyone can look at this fireball and not see that this is like, your opponent can't do anything when these are out. Your opponent has to either duck or hold it. You can't jump punish this at all, okay? Can't jump punish it. He recovers too fast. And then, let's see, trying to find the slow fireball. Which one is that? Yeah, hold on, guys. Yeah, Seeking Neoplasm. He has this, right? The tracking fireball. Right? He can easily do this into this, and it has a reasonable amount of coverage, right? Like, these fireballs both overlap pretty well. So he is, in my opinion, the best space control fireball in the whole game. And then they decided that this character that already was plus off every neutral interaction on block, pushed you back all the time, had, like I said, tracking fireballs that gave him combos on hits, an unblockable hit state debuff, where he can get a full combo from full screen if he wanted to, if you made the wrong move. And they decided this character also needed a full combo launching 50-50, it's unreactable, decided he needed damage that didn't scale, decided that one of his 2 armor moves, why he has 2 armor moves I don't understand, decided that his slow armor move needed to do 28% when it works, while also giving him a fast armor move for the times when he can't chunk you for 28%. And it's just, it's insane. It's awful. I don't understand what they were thinking when they made this character. And people can complain about, like, the current striker meta and all that. All that shit is relevant, dude. None of that matters. It's not Striker that's the problem. It's just the fact that Havik is who he is. And on top of all of this, as if that wasn't enough, he's the tankiest character in the game for some fucking reason that I will never understand. He has 1,100 health off the rip, so if he picks any cameo that takes away health, he's still higher than the average character in health. So he has the best zoning, has top 5 damage output, has constant plus frames, has some of the best footsie buttons in the game, has unreactable launching 50-50 that reaches round start, and has the highest health in the game. I hate this character. He's part of the reason I don't have fun with this game anymore. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I hate fighting Havik. I don't play in tournaments because I don't want to fight Havik. I don't stream because, like, I don't want to get salty fighting Havik on stream. I hate this character. I hate him more than what a lot of people think the other top tiers are. I would rather play against 10 Cyraxes in a row than play one Havik player. I think Havik is better than she is. And I think he's top 3, maybe top 1, but obviously top 3 since Chaos Reigns dropped, even after the few nerfs that he's gotten. But frankly, he hasn't gotten enough. What would I do about this character? I don't know, because the problem is they already opened the, Pandora's box on this. They already gave him the launching 50-50 that's unreactable, okay? That has no scaling on it. They already gave him that, so you can't take that away. Nobody's gonna like that if you take that away. And things like that, right? So the only thing I can think of they could possibly do, the only thing that justifies this character staying the way he is, and let me be clear here, I feel like what they basically did was they created an Akuma-like, right? So basically a character with great fundamentals who is cracked out in every respect, but also has the most health in the game instead of being a glass cannon. If Havik had 900 health, it might justify the way he's made. But right now, all of these things, on top of him having all this health, is just like, it's no good, man. No good. Like, they either have to gut his health, they need to make him an Akuma-like, where he's really fragile, or they need to, like, really tone down everything about him, make down back 2 into a mid instead of low, and take away the 50-50s and the 50-50. They need to, make it so if he gets hit, his fireballs go away. That's another big one. If hitting him made fireballs disappear or become inactive, that would be huge. Um, like, you know, like, dude, I hate this character. And he is like a top 3 throw combo in the game too, with Striker right now anyway. Um, like, I could go on. This character is everything plus. And yes, there are other top tier characters that are problematic, but in my opinion, they're way less problematic. Like, their design is much more reasonable. Like, I see people crying for nerfs to characters like Reiko, and I think that's stupid. Okay? Like, your priorities are not in order if you think nerfing Reiko is like a thing this game needs. It's not, dude. But Havik definitely needs to be nerfed. Now, the thing is, even if he's not the top 1 character, the problem is he shuts out over half the roster in this game. He's got agreed. He has agreed to have straight up, like, multiple 7-3s in the game. He just completely dominates against, like, half of the roster or more. So he's one of those toxic top tiers where he dictates who you can play at the highest level because you have to worry about a Havik. Or you have to have a pocket character because you have to worry about a Havik, right? Um, just a rant I had to get off my chest. I don't know what you could do about this character except what I said. Like, either make him like the first 900 health character in the game. Like Quan Chi. Quan Chi should have 1,100 health, right? But Havik has too many pluses to have this much health. So you would either, like I said, you got to take away the power or take away his tankiness. But, like, obviously they can't take away tools because it's no fun for anybody, right? I'm not trying to ruin anybody's day or how they play their character, but I'm hoping the Havik players, at least secretly, do know that their character kind of hurts the game. It makes it worse. I hope that you guys know that. And, or at least willing to admit that. The fact that this character, like Havik Darius is a whole other topic, right? Havik Darius is starting to become a thing. Havik Darius is like a set play god with 1,200 health. That just unreasonable, dude. Just insane. I don't know. That's it for this video, but I want to know what you guys think about this character. I've hated this character ever since they buffed him. And I knew he was going to get buffed to fuck because of the way that his player base downplayed him. But man, I didn't think it would get this bad. I hate this character. Yes, you can make some arguments that like characters like Ghostface are worse in some ways, and I'll make a video about Ghostface too because he has to go too. There's got to be something done about Ghostface. But Havik is like, he's out of control, man. Really out of control. I may make a follow-up video to actually show some test cases of like why or where he's unreasonable, but like I'm not talking about anything here that nobody's not already familiar with. You guys know how this character plays. He does nothing, but this string or what is it? Or tries this cheeky mix-up that's like extremely hard to fuzzy, like. Yeah, insane character. In my opinion, the worst design in MK1, although Ghostface might be close. But Ghostface still is weaker, I think, than Havik in some areas. But yeah, what do you guys think? I fucking hate this character. I don't want him gutted, but man, something has to happen because we're going to be stuck playing this game until the next game for a while. This character cannot stand, man. He can't be left like this. What do you guys think?